So do you people see my screen?
Yes.
Okay. Okay. So let's get started. So today's topic for the DBA champion session. Actually, we are jumping one session because I do not have the presentation yet ready for that. Meanwhile, I am also taking the sessions in here, Pune. So we have all other sessions covered already. So that's why we jumped one session. We'll cover it back maybe next with the next session. Okay, so today we would be covering DB upgrade related issues and what exactly it is, what errors we face. We would be covering general issues. So we all are aware, right? What is exactly DB upgrade? Uh, yeah, basically the DB upgrade tool, it upgrades the GPP environment from one version to another version, right? So it is a common and the single tool which is being used across all of our clients. There are exceptions. Certain clients do not use, like in Classic 3.5, I believe HSBC do not use this tool, but it is the tool which is being used across various clients. So it is a unique tool. It does various tasks internally. So basically, there are various tasks it handles. First task is that it implements the first and basic task is it implements the SQL scripts, whatever are present uh, for the release upgrade. Anyway, if you do not understand anything and you need more insight, please speak up anytime. If I'm speaking a bit speed or if concept are not understanding, please let me know so I can try to give more insight or adapt the required changes. Okay. So as I was explaining, DB upgrade tool, there are many tasks it handles. The basic task is to upgrade the upgrade scripts which are present in that specific release. And it always upgrades in sequence, like whatever the sequence release sequence are present, it upgrades in sequence. It do not ever it miss the sequence and progress missing the sequence. Okay, so that is the basic step. Up, again, apart from implementing the script, it also does verify various things, right? We all are aware, right, that there are two schemas for GPP implementation. One is called GPP, one is called app user, another one is owner user, as we learned earlier. In owner user, all the objects, all the tables, everything is present, and in application user we have only synonyms, and our GPP code connects to application user. That also we will see shortly. Okay. uh, so uh, uh, Considering that there are certain validations, like whether whenever the upgrade happens, the DB upgrade tools compile all the objects. Always remember that upgrade upgrades the owner schema and not the application schema, right? So before moving to this, we'll just go through the points, or maybe we can see the what are the application and owner users. Then we will see what are the steps. So things would be much more clear to us. So what we would be covering here today is explain the concept of DB upgrade, account logged due to password or other issues, mismatch between version or version history tables, identify why the DB upgrade has been failed, difference between app user and owner user, and errors due to no script found. Various time the DB upgrade fails due to scripts not found. So why those fails and what is the fix for that? And upgrade using use branch. Okay. Let's come to the first point: application user and core owner user, and post that we will see what DB upgrade exactly does and what are the things it validates and verifies. So as we know, there are two schemas. One is owner user, and on a application user. Application GPP application server always connects to application user and not to the owner user. This is basically to from the security perspective. It is configured. Owner user always holds all the objects. So what does object means? Like table, procedures, indexes, everything are created in the owner user, and only grants are given to the application user. Okay, so what grants are given? Insert, update, delete, and select. Only these are grants are given, and application connects to application. The GPP code connects to application user, so there is no possibility of dropping users from this application user. That is the security purpose. Basically, application user and owner user are configured. Okay, so due to this, there are various challenges, right? In application user, it's always grants are given from the owner user to application user, and again synonyms are also created in application user. Whenever if you connect to application user, what is the naming configuration in internal or environment for the naming the owner user and application user? Are owner user always have the underscore in its name. Okay, and application user is the same name as it is the owner name without the underscore, and the password for application user is same as the application user. So in this case, product QA SCD01 is this is the application user, and the password would be the same in internally in our QA environment. Bank can configure anything they want, but internally it is like this. And the owner user, it's always like with underscore, like here product underscore QA underscore SCD01. This is the owner user, and password for this is always pay+1. Okay, so this is the naming configuration internally into the Finastra. And also again we can segregate different schemas. If it is for QA, it's always contains QA in it, and if it contains dev, then it is a schema for dev. There are, if schema contains their QA name in it, so there are certain restrictions which holds from making the changes. Like system tables, we cannot change any data in the environment where the schema is created with the QA name. So that is the difference here. Okay, so these are the naming configuration, and these are the differences always. Okay, okay, so that's what we understood now, just now, that the naming convention of the owner user, the application user, right? The concept is clear, or need any thing more explanation related to application user and owner user? Okay. Okay. So as we already understood, there are differences like owner user holds all the objects, application users holds only synonyms and no real objects. GPP application connects to application user, and all the grants to select, insert, update, delete from the owner user given to application user. So any time GPP inserts data, it inserts data to application user, and as there is a synonym in the application, the changes are, and there is a grants from the owner user, changes are passed to the owner user. Okay. Okay, so coming back to the our upgrade tool and its functionality. There are various functions performed by the DBA upgrade. As we understood earlier, it implements the scripts sequentially. Okay, and it creates synonyms. Whenever the upgrade runs, it creates new synonyms in application user, and it also grants select, insert, update from owner user to application user. This happens for each and every upgrade whenever it is being done. Okay, so this is the second task it takes care. Third task is it compiles all the procedures, triggers, or other objects, okay, prior to upgrade, and make the count of invalid objects. Once upgrade happens, again it compiles all the objects and check whether if there is any additional object has been invalidated. And if any additional object is invalidated, then that might be due to the upgrade has happened. There might be one procedure which is invalidated. So that means there might be some changes happened with the procedure or any other internal table to that. So that might be the reason it verifies objects before upgrade and it verifies objects, invalid objects after upgrade. And if anything extra, it shows you the what exactly additional object has been failed. Apart from that, it checks the structural difference between active and report, right? We as we know that certain clients are opted to have reporting structure, report as well along with the GPP active user. So there are certain tables are created in reports. So when upgrade happens, we can configure upgrade to upgrade active also, and we can configure to upgrade report also. So once the upgrade is done, upgrade tool verifies whether upgrade is happened. If there is any structural mismatch, for example, in MINA table we had added one table in active, but that is missing in report. Okay, so it will suggest, the upgrade tool will suggest that something has failed in comparison between active and report, and it will give you the what for what exactly it has failed. So like this upgrade does various verifications, right? So that's why we always recommend for client to use our upgrade tool for upgrading their environment, release upgrade. Else if they do not want to use our upgrade tool, then all these steps they would be missing, all these process they would be missing, and they need to take care it manually, and that might there might be chances of coming across the errors due to that. So these are the various functions which upgrade tool performs. So any questions with that? I believe it's easy to understand, right? Or let me know if anything in detail explanation is needed. Okay, so let's proceed further. Uh, okay, so next point is it was this point was well ahead in the topics, but I'm covering it now. We frequently get issues related to account lock, right? Certain time, if you want to connect to any specific environment, the account might be logged. If you get the error specific to account has been logged, or while upgrading also, the upgrade tool gives you the error that account has been locked. So if you get this error, so basically this error you will get Aura 2800. Okay, so if you get 2800, you can try to find it in the wiki with this Aura 2800. So what exactly needs to be done? We have given the error over there, the steps to fix that error. Okay, so what you can do on your own is that if account is logged, you can unlock it on your own. You do not need to contact DBA to account unlock. Okay, there is a Jenkins job already given. You can connect to Jenkins job, go to the Jenkins tab, account unlock tab, the job. You can specify your schema names and you can unlock it on your own. You don't need to contact DB also. Apart from account unlock error, you also get Aura errors, various time Aura errors as well. Aura errors related to invalid username and password. Okay, so what this means, invalid username password. So this means that the schema which you are trying to
Sachin, Maur asked a question.
yeah.
Could you please explain what could cause the lock?
Okay. Sorry, I forgot that point to explain. Basically, see, we lock the environments. Okay, people keep on asking to create environments. Okay, so if any environment is not being used for last 1 month or 2 months, I'm not sure what is the period, but I think it's a 2 month or 3 month period. If it's not being used or it's not connected in last 3 months, then we have internal job which locks various accounts. Okay, and post that, after maybe account is locked for 1 month or 2 months, we raise the request to certain teams that these accounts are locked for 1 month, last 1 month, and if it's not, these are not used, can we drop this? So that is the purpose for locking it. That is the one reason. Apart from that, in various environments, if you pass, okay, we set, if you pass wrong passwords frequently, maybe 3 times, 4 times, so there is a possibility that account has been, that user might be logged. We have removed that policy in most of the environment, but if it has been remained in some environment, then there is a possibility of account might be locked. Okay, so that these are the two reasons the account might be locked.
So if I have automation environment which is running every day, build and install automatically, but I do not log to the database, so will it be locked after 2 months, after the same period of time?
No, exactly. Anyone is logging from anywhere. Does not matter if it's automation environment or usual user login environment. Okay, so it does not matter.
Okay.
So from anywhere, if you are logging, that should be enough.
Okay.
Okay, so this is specific to account lock. Many times we also see that during upgrade or while connecting to SQL developer or through any other tool, we get invalid username password. So what this error suggests is that either you have you have input wrong username or wrong password, or you have input wrong database name. Okay, or that user does not exist at all in that database. These are the 4 reasons you will get this error. So ORA 01017, that means these might be the 4 reasons. So if username password is wrong, basically what happens many time, for application user, we have password same as application user. Many time people use pay+1 or something like that might happen. So make sure in that case to input the proper username, and also verify the database, whatever you have input or whatever you have provided, that is also correct. If that user at all does not exist, then definitely you are going to get this error. So in that case, you might need to recreate your new environment, a new user, and you can clone it back from other environment, or you can use existing other environments. Okay, so these are the specific certain reasons due to which you can get these errors. Mostly these errors are also seen in DB upgrades. While upgrading, DB upgrades verifies first it connects to owner user, then it connects to application user. If it fails to with any of these errors, like user does not exist or password is wrong password, then it fails. So specifically, most of the time, the error whatever specified in the DB response file, that is the wrong one, that is the it caused this issue. So always verify that whatever the inputs you have provided is correct. So one thing we always need to keep in mind is that application username password is same as application username without underscore internally, and owner username is with underscore, and password is pay+1 internally. Okay. So let's come back to the upgrade once again. We just covered these topics because these are specifically related to DB upgrade, and we frequently get topics revolving around this. So DB upgrade, already we discussed many things. DB upgrade tool is applies release scripts. Specifically DB upgrade tool specifically is used for upgrading the scripts. The QA installs code, and then it triggers DB install. Okay, DB installs the install scripts, and QA install later on install the whatever the GPP code. Okay, But DBA upgrade tool is independent. It is specifically used for upgrading the environments. It always, as mentioned, it always upgrades from one version to another version. Okay. Here I have written upgrades DB changes and code changes also, but it only upgrade DB changes. QA install tool install the code changes. This tool is maintained by CM team. Specifically, they make all the changes and they maintain and they keep on developing this tool. We always get people always get confused, like what they keep on saying that DB upgrade, QA install, but all terms are same. Okay, some people may say that it's a DB installation, and some people may say that DB upgrade. We always say that DB upgrade. Okay, so there might be changes with the terms used, but it's a meaning is same. DB upgrade tool could be configured with active schema only. It could be upgrade only active schema, or it could be configured to upgrade active and reporting both. Okay. In GPPSP, we call it the other schema, we call it as a reporting. In Classic, we call it as a history. Okay, that is the difference here. In Classic, always they configure both schemas to upgrade. Okay, upgrade all scripts sequentially. The upgrade tool always upgrades all the scripts sequentially. It will not miss any sequence at all. How it does, we will see one by one. So as we understood earlier, it compiles all the objects before startup the upgrade. Install the release scripts in active and reporting owner schemas. Point to be noted here, it always upgrades the owner schemas. Okay. Then it upgrades, recompiles active and history objects and evaluates what are the objects invalid due to upgrade. Compare active and reporting structures. If there are any structure is not as required post the upgrade, then it validates in the different sections. What are the sections we will see later on. It checks, it verifies what are the scripts failed and what section has been failed, and it provides you the sections where the script has been failed and what things have been failed. It drops synonyms in active and reporting application users and recreates the synonyms, and also it gives insert, update, delete, select, grants for all the objects from the owner user to application user. Okay, so these are the functions handled by the DBA upgrade. Any questions? Okay, so these are the steps. We already discussed it. So how we configure the DBA upgrade tool? Okay, so we all are aware, right? There is a DB response file, dbresponse.txt file in all the environments. Mostly people do use the QA install Jenkins job from the Jenkins, but on behind the basic, the file which is need to be configured to use any DB upgrade tool is called db_response.txt file. So, and what is the configuration details in that files are, these are the details. Like you need to specify what is the location where all the scripts release. Once the release has been build is successful, it will place in certain location that file. Okay. So you need to specify what is that location here. So it suggests the DB script root. Then you need to specify application username. So in our case, without the underscore here, and password is always same to the application user internally. The owner username is always with underscore, and password is pay+1 always. Then DB server, what is the DB server? What is the database name? So in this case, we are upgrading the SWADE database for the schema name SWADE_QA_SP_auto02. For this environment, we are upgrading. So this is for active. Okay. So if you do not have any reporting, so you can skip all these other sections. Okay. Enable HD upgrade. All this you can skip. You do not need to specify. Only if you want to upgrade. So these 4 lines, five lines, 6 lines would be enough to upgrade active environment only. But if you want to upgrade the history or report, so then you need to specify all these other details. First of all, you need to enable _sd underscore upgrade to set to yes. Then specify all other reporting application username and reporting owner username and reporting database name. So these are the configuration for upgrade tool to start working. Okay, so this file is called db underscore response.txt. And basically this file is being used by Jenkins shell script. Okay. So any questions on this? Okay. Generally, Jenkins triggers certain commands like what we see here, db underscore upgrade.pl -r. -r means we are specifying the db response file. Okay. If we run this command from the putty where the release has been downloaded on that server, connecting to that putty server, we can just run this command. It would and db response file, specifying the db response file path, that db upgrade would be able to run the upgrade. So you can do it manually also on the that server, specific server from where you have access and all the release has been downloaded. So basically in Pune we have this IP address 10.91.10.16 where all the releases are upgraded, and I believe your TPAT environments are also there in 16 for Pune and SP1 for Tel Aviv, I believe. So if you connect to that, your specific environment page, you would find all the DB response and every details over there. And with this simple commands and latest releases available, it would start upgrading. What it would upgrade? It would upgrade from the current version in the schema to the available latest version in the release. Up to that, it would upgrade. Okay, so this is basically for manual upgrade. Okay. Apart from that, as we see that Jenkins is also always used for upgrading. Okay. So this is specific example we have given. The CMB scared like QA install here to install various environments. Okay. So this is just to give you, maybe many people already using it. Okay. So once upgrade is done, okay, so it might be failed, right? So how to identify failed upgrade? So we have already covered various topics on these failures. We have wiki topics on this. Why do upgrade failed? How to identify upgrade status section. So you can refer to these sections also in the wiki. I would be sharing this PPT once this session is over. So you can, maybe if you anytime want to understand why the sessions have been failed, you can refer to these wikis also. Okay. So identifying the failed section. So once upgrade is over, okay, so always go to end of the upgrade status. There you can find what exactly has happened with the upgrade. So if it is failed, the global status, as we see here, the global status, if it is succeeded, it would be always 0. If global status is 0, then you can blindly ignore all other section and you can proceed ahead with your testing. Okay, but global status is something else, so that means something has failed. Okay, so never bother about verifying any other section of the DBA upgrade. Okay, always come to this section and start verifying the failures here. No need to bother about other section. Just come to this section, check the global status. If it is 0, okay. If it's other message, then just on the top of that you might see failures. Okay, so if we come to the first failed message, so this is the script. Okay, so this is GPP 4613 B18 has been failed. So what that means, this release script had some SQLs which are failed. So we can just go to on top of that build failure, the specific what reasons, or you can find the ORA error. Basically, what build fails always, it fails due to ORA errors, or it failed due to warnings, or it failed due to SP2 errors. So these are the three type of error. If these three type of errors are encountered, so if anywhere these three type of characters are typed in builds, so build will consider that that script is failed. Okay, so certain time what developer do, they insert the notes like that, or to fix this ORA error we have done this check-in. So when it comes to build, the build fails. Okay, why? Because it sees ORA error. So in that case, what we do, we go to we go there and remove those changes, right? So similarly here also, if we in any script section, any specific that script, ORA error, SP2 error, warnings, these three errors it encounter, it consider that build as a failed. So this is specific to script implementation. Apart from that, if due to any implementation of upgrade, indexes are get invalidated, so it also upgrade also validates index. Okay, so if any due to any reasons index are invalidated, it will say that indexes are invalidated, but here indexes are succeeded. Then it drops before, as I mentioned, application user synonyms are dropped. While dropping any synonyms, it gets errors. Then this section will you get the failed errors. Then it creates the synonyms. Okay, here it again succeeded. Then it grant the insert, update, select, and delete from owner user to application user. If any errors there, again it will give you error here. And one more error usually we find that it compares active. Here it's not noted in this slide, but if reporting is configured, for example, one column was added in active. For example, in MINF we added one column, but it is missed in report. So after upgrade, it compares the active and report structure. If anything is missing in report, so it finds that difference and it reports that active and history comparison has failed. So based on that, we can try to find out the failures. So these are the various sections in the upgrade which could be failed based on the different operations the DBA upgrade does. Okay, any questions here? Okay. Okay, so we have, as mentioned earlier, we have different wiki links. The DB upgrade might keep on failing due to other different errors. Those errors might be before starting the upgrades, like upgrade is still running, cannot continue. Version and version history tables, there is a difference, or previous upgrade fails. So if these are the failures, then we have different wiki links to that. Those also could be referred to get more insights in future if you people get errors. Okay. Okay, so up to now what we have seen the errors in post upgrade section, right? Upgrade has been done and upgrade has failed due to some upgrade implementation. Okay, so the errors which we are now seeing are these errors come before upgrade. Okay, so this is one of the error, inconsistently in DB upgrade. Okay, so we all are aware, right? There are two tables, the main important tables in GPP, right? Version and version history. Okay, in version table, always we maintain what current GPP version is. Okay, and in version history, we always maintain what version upgrade has been done. Okay, like as soon as version upgrade happens, we insert one row. For example, here if we see that 461114 HSBC 17B02, this upgrade was done, and as soon as this upgrade happens, the row is inserted in that table. So like this, we understand what exactly versions are done there. Means we keep the history of the versions. So that is why it's called version history. And many time while running the upgrade, okay, so the upgrade was aborted due to some reason. Okay, so in that case, there is a possibility that the version and the latest row in version history table do not match the same version, right? Getting my point? The version history latest row in version history, and version for that, and the whatever the exact version in versions table, always those should match. If there is a difference between these, then upgrade tool complains that latest row in upgrade version history table do not match the current version in version table. So this is mainly due to there was some due to some reason that upgrade was aborted in between, some script was being implemented. So let's see, let me connect to certain maybe schema while I will explaining, so it would be better to understand. Okay, so there are two basic tables. One is version and another one is version history. So these are always used for upgrading the environments. It's taking time. Okay, so okay. Uh, so let me see if I get some version table details. I'm not sure if select star from DBA underscore users. Let's take okay, we'll take this as an example. Let's see if we can find the version table here. Version underscore s3. Okay, VRS. Okay, so we have the version table here. So if you see here, it maintains always what version and when it was upgraded. So in this case, here this version like 3.4.16800.033 was upgraded. So always the latest uh, version is inserted by the pk version. So if we see the max pk version, then that should be the latest pk version. Order by dsc, order by okay. Okay, what is the issue? Order, select from history, order by Not sure what is the issue. Yeah. What is missing?
You, you're missing the column name. Order by.
Oh, sorry. Oh, sorry. PK underscore version. Okay, so the PK version is the latest version. So this version should always match with the version table. If there is a mismatch between these two, then upgrade will complain that there might be some issue with that. Okay. Okay, so in this case we have 133.0.0.1 here, and then we have latest one. So I think there is a difference, right? So if there is a difference, then upgrade would always complain that there was some issue with the upgrade. There is an issue, then someone might need to investigate. So what would be the fix for that? We need to identify whether the upgrade is happened properly for that specific version in the version table. Generally what we fix is that either we update the version in version table, or we update the version history in this case. So without any update, we can't progress it here. So we only thing we need to think is whether if we update, if that version, specific version is already upgraded, then it's safe to update with that. Like here, if that 4.6.11.14 SP1800B02 is upgraded and we know that, then we can update same in version history for the latest PK. Then upgrade would start progressing it. Okay. So if such issues comes in, maybe in future we could come up with some tools to handle such issues in the Jenkins, so that would update or roll back the versions or version history to the earlier versions, and with that upgrade could progress. So this is the basic error in which occurs due to version and version history differences. Okay. Uh, Okay, so we already know the version table. Version table already present, always present in the owner user, and it maintains version of current GPP version. Version history table where it maintains when and what script has been upgraded in the GPP owner schema. With that, we also can identify specific release when it was upgraded. Various time we not sure when it was upgraded, then we can come back to this table and verify it. Okay. Version history we already discussed. It maintains upgrade history, can find when what release when it is upgraded. Status in this table suggests if script was failed or succeeded. Okay, so we'll see that we'll go back to that table and see if status is failed for specific table, then it will suggest that specific script was implemented, succeeded or failed or whatever it may be. Okay. Okay, so latest max PK version is not same as version table, then upgrade cannot progress or give error. As we understood just now, the latest max PK version is not same, then it would give the error. It's not same as a version table, then it would give error. Generally, if upgrade is aborted due to some reason, such as such error could occur in between upgrade script is implementing. Okay, it has inserted row in version table, but it is not updated version table, and in between the upgrade is aborted due to some reason, such version history difference could come. Or if again, if version is failed, okay, due to some reason, the next upgrade can't be progressed, like here. Any questions?
Hi.
Yeah, tell me. You have any questions, or should I continue? Okay, if we see here, if we have if we want to upgrade latest version, okay, and upgrade again complains that that status last versions last upgrade is failed, then here status would be failed always. Okay, so this is the latest version, for example. Okay, and it was upgraded few days back. Now we are trying to upgrade maybe 45 here. Okay, 3.5 UBIs 13300 B35 or some other version. But upgrade, as soon as we start upgrade, it complains that 031 or earlier version is failed. So in that case, the status here would be failed. So in this case, the earlier upgrade might have been failed due to some error, and possibly it might have been raised with the DBA, or if it's not raised, then need to be raised with the DBA and verify why it was failed and what was the fixed. And based on that, if it has been fixed in the script and not fixed in this QA environment, then you can ask DBA that script has been fixed, but still it's showing failed here. So DBA might come back and fix here. But generally nowadays, whenever with new logic of upgrade, whenever the upgrade fails, itself always it rolls back the failed version and goes back to earlier succeeded version. So what that means, suppose this 31 is failed. Okay, so as soon as DBA upgrade completes, and this is for internal only, it do not happen at the client. Internally, if this failed, DBA upgrade itself come back, roll back the version and come back to this succeeded version. So many times with that specific package, release package is also renamed in the CM jobs. Okay, so if you want to reuse it, you can't reuse it because that name with that specific release label does not exist in the CM servers. So in that case, it is always expected DBA has to fix what exactly error there in those scripts or in the environment, and they post that they can ask to take new build, or they can just rename that package back to you and give it to you. So these are the specific errors if you get. Okay, so in upgrade is failed, in failed status, the next upgrade cannot progress. So this is what we just saw. Okay, any questions up to now? Okay, so let's move to the next section. Okay, so many times while upgrading, we see that no script found to upgrade error. So this is not error exactly. This is a logical issue. Okay, so as I mentioned, always DB upgrade sequentially. Okay, for example, the version here which we mentioned, like 4.6.11.29 Lloyd's 1400 B32. So next upgrade, next build to this is 30, suppose 32. So always it upgrades 32, 33, 34 sequentially. How it upgrades sequentially? In each release scripts, if you go visit release scripts, okay, there are two sections at the top. There is one section in the top. Okay, this is what we called mapping. So this is from the script. If we see, this is the script. In the top, after certain SQL statements, here we see the section of mapping. So what does this means? So this is supposed to be version in the schema where you want to upgrade. For example, you want to upgrade SWADE SCD01 environment. So in that SWADE SCD01 environment, version should be 4.6.7.42 SWADE 550037. Then only this version. So what is this version means? This is the version of this script. If you see here, this is the version of this script. So this is the mapping. So what this version is expecting, this is the version of the script. It is expecting this version to be present in the owner user of the GPP. So If this is version is present in environment, then only it goes and upgrade this version. So that's how it maintains the sequence. If there is a mismatch between any sequence, so it always gives errors that no scripts found. Okay, so this is the error always you get. For example, in this case, version in the schema, okay, suite schema, it's a 4.6.7.42, 55, and the last version here is a 10, for example, and you are trying to upgrade this version. So then it will say no scripts found. Why it's saying? Because it's expecting 37 there, all this complete version. So in that case, what you have to need to do is upgrade that suite scaled until the 37 this version, and then only try to upgrade this version. So this is the reason basically most of the time you get this error. Okay, no DB script found. There are other reasons are also during which you can get this error. One error is also, again, if their script are missing in environment, okay, wherever upgrade you are doing, the scripts are missing in there. So that is that also could cause these errors, but most of the time that's unlikely to happen. Most of the time the scripts are not upgraded in sequence. Okay, this is the first reason. Second, script is missing. Okay, what is the time? Are we good with the time? Okay, I think we have 5-10 minutes. Okay, we'll cover whatever we have here, then try to stop. Okay, so these are the two main errors. Apart from that, okay, apart from that, on various accounts, we are aware, right, that how the branching happens. Like here we have skate development. This is example of classic, like 3.4990016, there where it skate started, and it is progressed further further with the developments like 99, 100, 101. But at 100 client, what the client said, that whatever the skate development has happened, we are happy with that, just rebase it to freeze. So rebase label given was that 3.4990050, and from that 50 the rebase for the freeze was happened. The freeze label now is 3.49901B01. Again, on the freeze, various fixes happened, and the various release progressed, like 01, 02, 03, all over again. And at 3.49902B03, client what they said, that we are good with whatever happened up to this B03. Let's progress it to production, or maybe the pre. Okay, create it as a pre, and from there progress it to the go live, or to the production. Then product pre is created. Then in the pre, what would be the version? 3.49902, because the freeze was 02. From freeze 02, the 01 pre was created. Again, in the pre, whatever the changes were happened, these were progressed as to the production. Okay, so after maybe 6 months, 1 year, bank want now whatever the latest new functionality has been added in the SCADE. Okay, so if we want to return back to SCADE, okay, now we are, suppose we are here on the freeze 3.49901 B21. If we want to return it to back, okay, so it should start from 3.40000 B01, right? So it's clear, right, whatever the concept we are explaining? Okay, so if we want to return back to SCADE, so it should start from here. Okay, it could be started from anywhere, right? It could start from 3.4. If we don't give anything, we don't have any logic for a DBA upgrade to start, it could be started from here, 3 point, or we could start from here, or anywhere, but ideal position is it should start from here, right? But if we are going forward, like if we are going from skate to freeze, this is the label from 9900B50. The script would label would be, the label mapping would be from here to here, then here for free here to here. So upgrade won't be find any difficult. But from higher version to lower version, if we are coming back, the DBA upgrade need to know from where to start. Okay, for that we have a branch label column in version table. So what it contains, whenever branch happens from skate to freeze branch happens, so this is the branch label there. Okay, so this is the branch label maintained in there. So when you use branch, if you want to return back, okay, so simply you don't use and upgrade, you just fire the upgrade command, it would give you your no scripts found, because you don't know how to progress, because at present version is this one. For example, this is the version and you are trying to upgrade this version, because there is no mapping here, right? With these two scripts or anywhere, there is no mapping here. So upgrade needs to know what from where to what to do. If you are falling back or coming back from higher version means pre to freeze, freeze to skate. So in that case, we need to use branch. Once we use branch, it checks, verifies version in the branch label in the branch version table. There it will find this label. So it understand that up to 3.49900B15 has been upgraded. Next we have to upgrade from here. So it start to upgrade from this script. So for that, if you want to fall back from higher version to lower version, always use branch, or else you would get the no script found error always. Okay, so these are the three reasons where you find DB no scripts found error. Okay, any questions with this? Okay, so these are the script mapping. Okay, so these as we explained, all the three reasons are here. This is the mapping of the script. This is the example from the script. Okay. Also, you can, if you get such issues, you can verify why this error is you are getting. You can go to top of the upgrade session. There you can find currently installed. Here in this case, this is a currently installed. But we are trying to we are expecting to install 78. Currently it's a 77, but we are expecting to install 78. So you can check. Also on the DB upgrade also list what are the scripts are about to be implemented. So this is the first script which is being tried to implemented, which is 7800B012. So you can verify the mapping of this script. So current version in the schema and mapping of this first script are having issues, then definitely you are going to get the no DB script found error. So in that case, try to upgrade all the scripts which are missed in the sequence, or always upgrade the scripts in sequence, then only try to upgrade the latest script to be upgraded. Okay, so these are the verification you can do in the upgrade. So how to verify these? Use branch. We are already having this in wiki. You can refer to that also. Okay. So we already discussed what is the use branch. So all that this explains the we discussed these things about the use branch. Okay. Any questions? Okay, I think we are good. If you have any questions further, you can raise it through the mails. It's a bit difficult to explain things online, but we'll try to get as much as possible. So I'll just show you the branch label also in the version table. So this is the branch label. Okay. So what this means is that on this label, 133.00.31. From this version, this view has been branched out. So if you want to go back to SCADE, so next script to this version would be upgraded. Okay, so drop me email if you need any in-depth details about anything. So these are just starting sessions. In future we can try to go through some hands-on sessions, so people might get some detailed knowledge about that. So let's see how we can progress in future. Any questions? Okay, thanks to all.
Thank you.
Thank you.
Thanks. Bye.
Bye.